Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be my June TBR. The month of June I am participating in one readathon, which has 4 books, and then I'm going to do 2 books for my box of prompts. So first I'm going to start with the readathon. So I'm going to be participating in the MakeYourMythTaker, I keep butchering that name, MakeYourMythTaker readathon. I'm going to leave the announcement video linked down below. It's by A Frolic Through Fiction, and basically you pick things you can become, like there's sorcerers and rogues and whatnot, and then you have to do different prompts based off of that. And you're kind of creating a character along the way, and my original plan was to do a reading vlog, like kind of role-playing that character and making like a costume and stuff. But unfortunately the secondhand stores where I usually get all of my costume supplies and stuff haven't opened up yet, and it is currently, when I'm filming this, May 25th. So I don't know if that's going to work out or not. I'm going to try, but we'll see. Either way though, I'm still definitely going to participate in the readathon because it sounds super cool, so let's just get into it. First, I decided that I'm going to be a mercenary, which is in the warrior path. When I do RPG type things and things of this nature, I usually end up being the tank, usually some sort of just warrior barbarian, and I thought mercenary was kind of close because I didn't really feel like being a knight, and gladiator just, I don't know, I don't picture myself as a gladiator, and I just think that Viking requires very specific things, while mercenary you can kind of do what you want. So long story short, I decided I'm going to be a mercenary. The first prompt to become a mercenary is an anticipated read. For this one, I am going with A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmermer. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, I'm really sorry, but my friend Audrey actually got this for me. I'm going to link her channel down below, but she actually got this for me as a gift, which was super freaking awesome, and we're going to be hopefully buddy reading it because it should be available from her library in the month of June. If something goes wrong with that, then I'll pick a different book because I definitely want to read this with her because I think buddy reading would just be super fun. But because of all of that I'm looking forward to, I would say this is definitely an anticipated read. If you don't know, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's a girl from our world that gets transported into a fantasy world, and she has cerebral palsy, which is a rep that I don't think I've ever read before, and if I did, it was very briefly mentioned. But I have just heard a lot of really interesting things about this book, and I am very excited to try it. The second prompt is the same for anyone in the warrior tree, but it's to read a book with a weapon on the cover. So I'm going with The Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks. I actually borrowed this from a friend about 1,000,000 years ago, and I completely forgot that I had it and that it didn't actually belong to me. So I'm going to read it so that I can actually give it back to him. But it has multiple weapons on the cover, and yeah, it's just kind of a funny book, and it's like a fake survival guide all about zombies, so I should probably learn this because if 2020 has taught me anything, it's just not to expect anything to be off limits, and for all I know, we probably will have a zombie invasion by the end of the year, so might as well prepare myself. The next prompt is a book featuring a magical battle. This one I'm kind of stretching it a little bit, but I'm going to be going with Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second in the Six of Crows duology, and the Grishas are magic and they battle, and I'm assuming there's going to be at least one fight in this, and the Grishas are probably going to be involved. So I don't know if it really counts as a magical battle, and I haven't read the book so I don't even know for sure, but I want an excuse to read this book because I read the first one, really enjoyed it, and I was trying to look for a prompt to fit this book in, and this one worked, so I'm going to say it counts. I'm not going to say what this one is about because it's spoilers for the first book, but the first book is about a group of ragtag miscreants, found family, and a heist, and then this is after the events of that. And the fourth and final prompt to become a mercenary is a book inspired by history, and that one I'm going with Anne Boleyn, A King's Obsession by Alison Weir. This is from the 6 Tudor Queens series, and I'm pretty sure I pronounce that last name wrong every time, but I try my best. I found a pronunciation video and listened very carefully. It's pronounced Boleyn. It's not as complicated as I thought it was, so I'm sorry, Anne Boleyn. But this is a historical fiction novel, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that counts as inspired by history. And now I'm going to pick the 2 books from my polka dotted box of prompts. Going to shake it all up. Oh, picked out 2. I'll go with these 2. So let's see. First one is a book over 500 pages, which I have a lot of those, so that's not bad. And okay. An author debut. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a second, look through my bookshelf, pick out 2 books for these 2 prompts, and then I'll come back and let you know what they are in 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So, for an author debut, it was author debut, not a debut author. So that doesn't mean it has to be a new book. So I'm going with The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. If you don't know, this was Charles Dickens' first novel. And I actually haven't read this one yet, and I've been meaning to. And I feel like I almost always pick a Charles Dickens book for like all of my readathons. So even though this isn't really part of the readathon, it just felt weird doing one without a Dickens. So I'm going to read this. And for a book over 500 pages, I'm going with Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. I read the first 2 books in this series. I think this one is actually related to the first one, but either way, I read the first 2 books, Graceling and Fire, and I liked one of them, the other one was okay, and then I've just been putting off reading this one, but I've been meaning to finish it. This one is about 540 pages, so that is indeed over 500. So here are the 6 books that I will be reading in the month of June. Looking at it like this, none of them are particularly small books, but that's okay. And I'm also finally going back to work this month, knock on wood, as long as anything doesn't go backwards. But we're just going to do our best and see what happens. So that is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please click the like button to let me know, and subscribe to stay up to date with the rest of my videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, usually reading or writing related. So I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, have a great day. Bye!